So what is this program? Anybody who owns a business understands that it's important to have a solid foundation beneath you, right?
Hmm.
So what our company does, it's really unique, is we make movies.
Hmm.
How many other companies do you know that their foundational platform is making movies?
Right.
Now,
Think and
now,
Grow Rich movies, right?
Think and Grow Rich, and here's the coolest thing is our company is the only company in the world that can make movies on Think and Grow Rich and Napoleon Hill. So guess what? If you want to make movies, you just can't do those.
Right.
And we're in the personal development space. So wow, that right there, boom, that's huge. Now here's the thing: the audience for that is 200 million plus. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill's book has been around for a century now. That fan base is worldwide. It's changed the world. It's created more millionaires and billionaires than any other book in the world. And it really is like the holy grail of personal development. So, what I'm going to say is the movie is like the acorn to the oak tree. The program that we have, Live in the Legacy Mentorship, is the oak tree.
Hmm.
So, the company actually makes millions of dollars off of the movie, which makes them more than enough money to be solvent, to make them a successful company. And they're just getting started. They're doing Moms Rising, Think Go Rich, a Black Choice. They're going to keep on going. Movie about Napoleon Hill's life. It just never stops. But here's the cool thing for us is the people that are in part of the Live in the Legacy mentorship program. That movie begets leads for us. So what happens is we get to meet the fan base, the success base of Napoleon Hill. We get to ride on the shoulder of giants. These people ended up on my calendar and I get to do business with them. These people are incredibly high caliber people. They're the type of people I want to associate and do business with.
Hmm.
So these people end up on my calendar and I get to have conversations with them. I get to invite them into the program. It's a high ticket offer. It's 6 grand. It's not for everybody, but every time they jump on board, I make 2,400 bucks.
Hmm.
But it doesn't stop there. These guys are action takers. So I actually show them how this works. I show them that it's super powerful. You've got a license to sell Think and Grow Rich, the brand. Not even nobody else can do that. What's cool now is I'm going to help you be successful at doing that, and we're going to build a massive empire together. We're basically carrying the torch of Napoleon Hill, Andrew Carnegie, Bob Proctor. Their ripple effect isn't getting smaller, it's getting bigger.
Hmm.
And through this movement, we're actually carrying that torch. So I get to talk with people every single day. I get to talk about Think and Grow Rich. I get to talk about Bob Proctor, and I get paid a very, very healthy living to do that. I help make the company money so they can make more movies, but I also get a nice override on the people that I help. I get a 10% commission on everything they do. So every time they sign someone up at 6 grand, I make 600 bucks.
So we become a Think and Grow Rich, living the legacy certified mentor,
Mm-hmm.
and with that, we can offer Think and Grow Rich movie products, a
Mm-hmm.
self-development Bob Proctor entire training program, and then the
Mm-hmm.
ability for somebody to become a mentor themselves
Mm-hmm.
for $6,000 and make 2,400 bucks per person that they bring into the program, and then they get an override of $600 for every person that guy brings in.
Bingo. Yeah,
Plus, we get leads from the company,
that's right. That's right. And
hot leads.
the cool thing is when you're out there in the world, people say, "What do you do for a living?" I work with Think and Grow Rich. What do you do?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
snap. Think and Grow Rich. What do you do for Think and Grow Rich? We made the movie. Oh,
yeah,
wow. What do you
yeah.
do for them? Guess what? We're carrying the torch. We're living the legacy. Bob Proctor, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. We get to change the world carrying this information further into the world. What you thought was written in 1937 would dissipate is expanding.
It's expanding.
And so what's beautiful about that is people that like to make a 6 figure, a 7 figure per year income, totally doable. If you want to build a nice funnel,
Yeah.
I mean, you can make mad cash. Even if you just want to flirt with this, you can make a decent income. And so like that's the bottom line. But
You
here's the
know,
other cool thing is for your action takers, for you people that want to go big, more movies are getting made. There's need for talent in each of those movies. We get paid. Like for example, I personally helped find funding for Moms Rising, 1.5 million. I get a 10% commission on that. It's 150 grand. Boom.
nice.
And for Thinking a Rich, a Black Choice, another 1.5 million. That's 150 grand. Boom. I brought an influencer in, Lucine Marabi. She's going to be one of the main moms for Moms Rising. They're going to create a training program in the back end outside of the movie, that uses her specialized knowledge to help women in life. It's going to be like a Bob Proctor training program, but for women.
Mhm.
And that program is going to probably cost like 495, 695 a pop. I get 10% on every single sale.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up because we're talking about bullet point down to the bottom line here.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I understand, I mean, obviously, I've been in the movie, right? We were filming the movie just the other day, so I've been hanging
Mm-hmm.
out with you guys. I'm already in the movie. We
Mm-hmm.
did a great event together,
Yeah.
and that's open to anybody who joins a program. So you're not just becoming a mentor and selling coaching programs or mentor programs. You're also
Mm-hmm.
involved in the community, like we talked about. But what
Yeah.
you just mentioned that I think is super cool, and I don't want to get confused about get people to get
Sure,
confused about
sure.
it. But the bottom line is you're getting these hot leads, and through your leads, you had a discussion with somebody who decided they wanted to invest in the company themselves, into the movies themselves. And because you brought that person on who was actually a given lead, you're going to get a 10% override on whatever they invested in.
I have a JV deal that came from Elite. I didn't even talk about that. We're going
Okay.
to bring Think and Grow Rich into schools, high schools.
Mhm.
And this particular guy had a lane within high schools where they create elective programs. He has a relationship with over 300 school districts.
Mhm.
But we're going to create a program, an actual elective class where high school students are going to be going through Think and Grow Rich, all our videos, all this stuff. They're going to be testing on this stuff. But they charge $20,000 per school, and they only have 1% of the market, but this is going to get into the rest of the markets. So we have a JV deal on that. I get 10% on that. We're
Mhm.
talking, that's a multi 7 figure deal. But now, as far as the lead that I found for the movies,
Mhm.
I talked with, I just knew that the movie was being made,
Mhm.
and I took action. So what I did is I got on LinkedIn, and I happened to just be scrolling around, and I saw this amazing mother, and I saw, wow, her story is so incredible. She's an influencer. She would be perfect for the movie. So I just shot her a DM. I said,
Mhm.
hey, my name's Emerson. I work with Think and Grow Rich, and we want your story in our movie.
Mhm.
Would you like to talk? She replied back.
Yeah.
I got her on a call with Scott Servine and Andrew Graham. Boom, deal locked, loaded. She ends up joining the program. We're going to create a coaching program with her for the moms. But the money one, I knew people,
Okay.
and I happened to run into the right people, and I found somebody who fell in love with the idea of the Moms Rising project. And she goes, "Are you guys looking for investors?" It's like it fell on my lap, and I was like, "Oh heck yeah, we are."
Yeah.
So we started talking business, and I connected them with our powers that be. Boom, next thing you know, we're working on a contract right now. So you get to act as a real piece of this company. It's not just that program. You get to be an extension, because we're going to make Scott's goal. Scott Servine is our director, Servine. He wants to make 5, 6 movies a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we got Think and Grow Rich music coming out. We're going to be working on that. That's a whole nother project. So as you go out there in the world and you're associating with people, this is a powerful brand. So there's opportunities to do big 6 and 7 figure deals.
So I guess just then to kind of wrap that up is there's a ton of opportunity to be part of this legacy program and become a legacy outside of just selling the mentorship program, right? There's a ton of opportunity. It's not part of the program, but if you bring something in and there's a money exchange involved, you're given, a percentage.
Yeah, and another powerful part that's easily missed is there's a lot of influencers out there in the world.
Mm,
Let's say maybe they don't want to be a mentor, but let's say when they do a post on Instagram, 100,000 people see it or 1 million people see it. There's a way to work a JV out with them where
mm,
we can take some of our assets, let's say the Think and Grow Rich movie, and we want to provide the movie for free to their audience.
yeah,
But what happens is they learn about the mentorship program, and when they join through you.
yeah,
What happens is you pay them a referral fee. So you could all of a sudden be signing up hundreds of people
yeah.
through a JV deal with them. We already have a couple of those going on right now, but
Perfect.
there are influencers all over the world. Some of them might want to sign up as a mentee and cash in on themselves. Some of them might be like, I'm not interested in doing that, but I will. It's easy for those influencers to talk about positive stuff.
Yeah,
So if
yeah.
we can help them unwrap this knowledge we have and just kind of like spoon feed it to their audience, dude, you can make bank with influencers.
Right on. All right. Good stuff. That's the bottom line bullet points for the people who are quick to understand. I appreciate it, man. Emerson, that was great.